Hey guys, I'm Dr. Stephanie, and today we're going to go over some exercises that help improve wrist strength. Wrist strength is important because we do a ton of things with our hands, with our arms, and if your wrists aren't strong, it's going to be really hard to even just lift a glass of water or a jug of milk or, do some core exercises on the ground like planks or push-ups. A lot of people complain that they have wrist pain, so it's hard to do those exercises. So if you strengthen your wrists and really build grip strength and hand and wrist strength, then it'll be easier to do a lot of things in daily life. So I'm just going to use a small weight to start with and show you a couple of wrist strengthening exercises that are really easy. You can do at home. You can start doing them every day if you want to. So the first one, we're going to just hold on to this weight, and this is a 3-pound dumbbell. Now, you can start with no weight. You can start with a 1 or a 2-pound. I wouldn't go ahead and start with like a 10-pound just because we're doing wrist movements. They're small movements. They're not big muscles. So if you use a 10-pound, you're more likely to compensate with the big muscles. You may not be able to lift it up with just your hand. So you may be kind of using the rest of your arm, and that's not our goal. So I would definitely start with a light weight. So what you're going to do first, and you can sit like this, or you can sit in a chair and place your arm on a countertop or a table. That works too. I'm just going to rest my arm on my leg here. And we're going to start with wrist extension. So what you're going to do is just lift your hand up, kind of extending your wrist, lift your hand up towards the ceiling, and then go back down slowly. So you want to go through the whole range of motion. So lift up slowly as high as you can go. And you don't want to move the rest of your arm, just your hand here. And then go down slowly as low as you can go. Lift up as high as you can go. And go down as low as you can go. And you just want to repeat that 30 times. I would recommend taking a rest after each 10 just to give your muscles a little break and give them time to kind of recover for the next set. You just want to go up slow and then down slow. And then we're going to turn our hand over so our palm is facing the ceiling. Use the same weight. And then you just want to curl your hand up towards the ceiling again as high as you can go. And then bring it down as low as you can go. And you want to go through the whole movement nice and slow. It kind of defeats the purpose if you go too fast. So just nice and slow, up, and then back down. Again, 30 reps. I would recommend taking a break between each 10. And then we're going to go and hold the bottom of this dumbbell. And now we're going to do some pronation and supination. So these are using the muscles of the forearm, which cross the wrist. So it's important to do these. So you just want to go back and forth. Again, nice and slow, because with this one, it's easy to kind of like go back and forth quick, but you don't want to do that. You really want to work those muscles. So slowly this way, and then slowly all the way this way. So back and forth like this. Again, 30 reps. You can take a break between each 10. And then we're going to do one more with this dumbbell. So continue holding the bottom like this, and we're going to do what's called radial deviation. So basically, that means your thumb is coming up towards you. So you're just going to move your hand and bring that weight up towards you as high as you can, towards the thumb side of your wrist, and then go down as low as you can, and then lift up as high as you can, and go down as low as you can. Just up and back down. Just back and forth like this. And do that for 30 reps as well. And then we're going to get into a little bit more advanced ones, because if you're really wanting to work on building your strength in any muscle, then you want to start with exercises like those that gently work on building strength, but then you actually need to progress those exercises to really build strength. So then we're going to do some weight-bearing things. And what you can do first is come into a hands and knees position here. And if you find this too difficult, you can actually stand and place your hands on a countertop or a chair. And you just want to get a little pressure through your hands. And then you just want to rock forward. So we're getting some wrist extension here, where we're just rocking forward as far as you can comfortably. And if you have a watch on, you may want to take it off. I'm just going to leave mine on for now. But it may get in the way. So you want to rock forward, keeping your hands on the ground as far as you can comfortably. And it may not be that far at first, and that's okay. Because the more you do it, the more you'll be able to lean forward. You're just going to rock forward and then come back, rock forward and come back. You don't really need to hold it, just maybe pause for a second and come back. You can repeat, I would say, just 10 or 15 times to start, and then you can add more if you want to. And then once that feels good, or you can do that right away, you can rock forward, come back, and when you come back to neutral, you're going to lift your hands up off the ground and come back down. So rock forward, come back to neutral, lift up your hands. Rock forward, back to neutral, lift up your hands. And then to progress that, so when that feels good, when that feels fairly easy, you can progress to one arm. So you're just going to rock forward and then back just on one hand. We're really getting some pressure through there. And then you can also add the lift, just like that. So rock forward, back, and then lift. So all of those are really going to work on wrist strength, wrist mobility, because sometimes, you may think you can move your wrists all over, but then you go to do a push-up and it's really painful or uncomfortable, and that may be just because you don't have enough range of motion. So doing these exercises will really get you to move your wrists and hands through that range of motion, increase that mobility, increase that strength, and reduce pain, and just make it easier for you to do things. Make it easier for you to lift up weights, or lift up a jug of milk, or carry groceries in. So it's important to work on building that wrist strength. This will help grip strength as well. And if you have any pain in your wrists or hands or even elbows, these exercises are great for that too. So start doing these, and hopefully that helps you build up your wrist strength and just feel better overall.